cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on last year's national champions, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Yellow Jackets offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pop.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Finds his man. It's Jacobs. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off with?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49. Got it in the middle, it's more. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to a 27. Clemson is quick to the line.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot, they're big time.
There he goes. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves, and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Takes a hit as he fires. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? Absolutely center cut. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
How great great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is out of mind.
Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jacobs. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up. Snap it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41. The Yellow Jackets just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. Makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result,
unleashes one deep. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times that...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Handoff to the single back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. He's got it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Lewis. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Trying play action. Quickly to the tight end. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
He wants to throw it again. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They've really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the 3rd possession is the charm. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gonna run it. It's Powell. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Yellow Jackets with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
That's caught. It's Tuggle. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and goal. Quarterback will keep it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. They've held the ball forever. Relentless drive, but what a win for the defense if they can force a field goal. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he can find the receiver, and down he goes. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Not a chance. Missed it. So it'll stay 3-0 after missed field goal. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Rushes on him. Fires to the tight end. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack.
Brings it down on the right side. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
To the air, it's Dyer. Got a man, it's Powell. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The running back has it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a three before they head to the locker room. Absolutely perfect. And it's a deadlock here in the third quarter after the field goal. The Yellow Jackets will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go?
Breaks into the open. Running through contact. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Clemson jumps to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Tiger. And that one will give him the lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Powell. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Hard running there. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window, and the intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. And he bats it away, it falls incomplete. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. East Carolina is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Pirates fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Turner. And he'll be brought down.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running back searching for a hole. Makes a man miss.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Looking downfield, it's Dyer. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Try to get it to the edge. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this 3rd quarter in style. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got it in the middle, it's Tuggle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Yellow Jackets have pushed it inside the 20. Direct snap. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking... Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And he added the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Got his man downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. They're going back to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Clemson. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You can tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Scanning the field, it's Dyer. The sure hands, it's Tuggle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sideline. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Got it, looking for a first. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. 1st down here for the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. There he goes. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you've got the formula right now. You got them right where you are. Yeah,
they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Back to throw, it's Dyer. Under fire. Makes the grab, it's Johnson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we've got to stay aggressive.
A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The first play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's got the tight end. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive